I couldn't get that out of my head. So now we can start at 3 seconds instead of 5.
1 second, it doesn't matter.
But we've always started at 5 seconds.
Well, yeah, because
Dave, I can't last any more than 5 seconds.
Wow.
That's the reason why I say 5 seconds. It gives me ample amount of time to get silence.
Welcome back to Struggle City Coffee at the Matinee. It's me and Case again talking about a terrible book/movie.
They're both great.
Called Call Me By Your Name.
They're both great.
They're
and
awful.
In October, we're getting a sequel to the book.
Get Out.
Yes.
This October?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yes.
Don't read it. I'm gonna just say that right now. Like, I can't explain to you the level of hatred I have for this book that I almost stopped reading it, and I'm giving my copy to Casey because I can't have it in my collection.
So the story revolves around a teenager living in Italy, and his father is a professor that takes on a graduate student to help him in his research, and the teenage boy falls in love with the grad student.
And how old would you say the grad student is?
It's like 17. 16, 17.
The grad student?
Oh, the Army Hammer character? He's probably like late 20s,
Okay,
30s.
so late 20s, early 30s, and a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen?
It was the 80s in Italy. It was a very different time and place.
I just think there's something wrong with that. I think that... Now, obviously, when I picked up the book from the library, I was extremely excited to start it because I had heard so many good things, and I was like, oh my god, like, a gay love story. Like, I haven't read one of those yet because, like, I just haven't found one.
And the gays aren't real people.
Wow. So I'm, by that logic, not half real.
Are any of us real?
That we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have a lot of issues with the book. An issue
Let's start there with the book.
Okay, yeah,
right?
We'll go to the book and then we'll move on to the movie. Now, the book is, what, like 350 pages or so?
Yeah, it's a quick read.
No, it's not.
It was a quick read for me.
No, it's not.
It was.
Here's the thing. The first half of the book is painfully slow. And the reason that it's painfully slow is because of something Case and I can both relate to, which is insecurity.
Right, because
and analyzation.
The bulk of the book deals with the teenage boy, Elio, and he's just so introspective and introverted and riddled with anxiety. He's just constantly questioning if he's reading...
the signs.
I can't remember Armie Hammer's name in this. The grad student.
I don't remember.
Shit.
Wasn't it like... It was very American.
It was very American, because he kept going with that American. Anyway.
Yeah.
It'll come to us later, probably.
Yeah.
But he's just constantly questioning if he's reading the signs right, if he's making the appropriate moves, and that's where it really sold me.
Which, okay, yeah, it was very realistic in that aspect because, you know, if you think back to your first crush.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, like, what does that blink mean?
And that's kind of what this was.
Right.
Like, it was established that he had a girlfriend, but this was just something else for him.
Yeah. But I did really enjoy the fact that he was bisexual. Mm-hmm. And that sold me on it because I haven't read a whole lot of books where the main character is bisexual. So I really liked that aspect of it.
It's a shame he didn't give the magicians a chance.
Yeah, it is a shame. But,
everybody's gay and sleeping with somebody.
That's always fun. But yeah, it was painfully slow, but I understood why. Mm-hmm. It was fucking boring. And when they finally came together and basically said, like, yes, I like you, that's when it started to move extremely quickly.
Yeah,
and so the pacing...
as summer flings do.
Right, but, like, the pacing of the book was just too flamboyant for me. I didn't like that. What?
A gay love story was too flamboyant.
I don't really think it was much of a love story.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, you're right. I'll take that back. It was a love story.
Yeah.
But it was a
the movie
story.
more so tackles the love aspect because it's less explicit than the book.
Yeah.
The book focuses a lot on the nudity and the sex.
Yeah.
And so it kind of leans it more towards just like the lusty area, but it's absolutely a love story.
Now, one of the main things that sticks with me is a book's title. And it's because I need to know how that title fits into the story. And this one, being Call Me By Your Name, fit in extremely uncomfortably for me. So
it was a symbol of intimacy.
No.
It was.
No. The whole thing is that, like, they were having sex.
Right.
And literally, Elio was like, I don't remember who it was, but I don't remember the other guy's name. So Elio had said, instead of calling me by my name, I want you to call me by your name.
Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine.
Right. So I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but when you're sleeping with someone and you just call out your own fucking name, there's a problem.
Oh, Oliver.
Oliver. Okay. Yeah. That's a problem.
It was a means of intimacy and trust.
It's fucking weird. It's like narcissistic. Like, you're just gonna like sit. No, you're not gonna sit in bed. You're gonna be like in the throes and all of a sudden just be like, Missy! Like, no. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Okay, and like, I'm not one to kink shame. Like, if that's your kink, cool, like, you do you. But like, I can't justify.
But you're gonna kink shame.
I am not one to kink shame. But like, I couldn't get that out of my head. Like, I've never heard of that before. And it just...
Neither have I. I thought it was lovely.
I just thought it was odd. It made me physically uncomfortable.
A lot of things do, though.
This is true. The book also goes into a lot of detail with sex, like how you had said. Yeah. Now, I obviously have no problem with that because I think sex can be very beautiful and, you know, all good things and whatever. But...
it's a sticky, messy affair.
There were two things in particular that I still remember that really creeped me out. The one is the peach.
Oh, yeah. And then Oliver shows up not long after that and eats the peach.
He knowing full well that there is bodily fluid inside that peach. First of all, boys in the world, whatever you do to get yourself off, cool. It's not like I haven't heard of using food before, I guess, but if you finish in it, throw it the fuck away.
What if that's somebody's kink is to eat it?
You're gonna turn this into, like, me feeling bad about kink shaming, and that's not okay. Like, obviously people do a lot of things with bodily fluid, but, like, putting it in a peach and then...
It's not like his intent was for Oliver to eat it. It was just...
No, but Oliver's intent was. He knew full well that there was in that peach.
That was just their game.
That's just nasty to me. First of all, peaches are nasty in general.
Peaches are great.
No. And adding to that is disgusting.
Peaches are great.
Ugh.
It's just peaches and cream.
Ew. Oh, God. No. So that was disgusting. The second thing was when they went somewhere. Where did they go?
Oh,
when they left for that trip.
It wasn't Venice, was it? Because they
remember.
had to go pick up something for his father.
Yeah, but they ended up staying like a couple nights there or something. Yeah. Okay. So they get a hotel.
Okay, I can't believe I just blanked on where they went.
It must mean that you don't like it very much.
Or I just watched too many movies in between.
That's true. We read this a while ago, but
I'm gonna read it again.
Oh my god. You know what? I will say that this book was better than The Night Circus, though. And that's saying something. So if you haven't heard our talk with the manatees on The Night Circus, I recommend it because I shit all over it. Speaking of shit, this is the next part that irritated me. So they go away, right? They go on like this little vacation. They get a hotel room.
Babe's freaking out.
Have you not heard this before? Oh dear Lord, you're in for a treat. All right, so they have some crazy hotel sex, which, you know, is normal. And Elio was the bottom in that one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So afterwards, Elio goes to the bathroom, and I don't know. Oliver. What about Oliver?
Oh, I thought you forgot his name.
Oh, no. He basically empties everything that he was full of. So Oliver then comes in, and Elio stands up and says, I want you to see what is in the toilet. Because that is me and you mixed together. Of something of that nature. So, have you ever had some anal sex and then just decided to go shit it out and then call in your significant other and be like, look at my shit and your... It's disgusting! Like, why the fuck would you ever want that?
She got a little high pitch there.
I did, I'm sorry. Because it's so fucked up to me. Like, if that's your kink, cool, but like, I can't justify it. And Oliver comes in and thinks it's so beautiful, and I think they like, you know, put their arms around each other at one point and just stare at the shit in the bowl. How do you justify that being a beautiful moment? I dare you.
Again, it's a moment of intimacy and vulnerability. Oh, no, it was more than that too, because he comes in while he's shitting. And he feels it come out.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah.
He helps him shit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Guys, I totally forgot about that. Oh my god.
Covering me with Oreo. Disgusting.
Sorry. But yeah, he like pushes on Elio's tummy to like help him push. So fucking weird. So fucking weird. So weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Intimacy, vulnerability.
Never in my life will I have my significant other
And it goes back to that whole...
I am.
Her mouth is full of cookie.
I know.
But it goes back to the title of Call Me By Your Name, and it's just that level of finding yourself in the other person. Finding that beauty, finding that intimacy.
You can find that when somebody's in you. You don't have to find that when you're shitting in a toilet.
But what if you find their shit beautiful? What
Yeah,
if
I
it
think
coils ever so slightly?
Oh my god.
And it peaks
Stop it!
just out of
Stop
the bowl.
Stop it!
And
Ew.
it kind of looks like the emoji.
Oh my god.
Smiling off.
This is so
What if
weird.
it's one beautiful unbroken log?
This is 12 minutes in and I just can't even, I don't know. Let's move past that.
We'll push past the poop.
Oh my god. So, Elio comes home from that, and then Oliver has to go back home because his time in Italy is done. And that was slightly upsetting to me, which was not a really good way to put that at all. But
That was well done.
thank you.
Hashtag proud.
Yes. So, you know, I mean, he loves him, and it's kind of like, all right, well, now he has to leave, and that sucks, and, you know, summer flings can be really painful.
Yeah.
So, years down the line, they meet at some restaurant. Isn't it by chance or something? Like, they didn't know?
No. He calls him.
Oh, he calls him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oliver calls him. They meet up.
Yeah. And Oliver has a wife and a family now.
And Elio's very jealous of this, and then they talk about how people could lead parallel lives. One of fantasy, one of reality.
Yeah.
And then after that meeting, they meet again after Elio's father has died, and Elio's traveling the world spreading his ashes.
That's right. That's right, they did. So it was upsetting for Elio in the end, but I would not ever.
I'm not a fan of the ending of this, I'll admit.
Wow, why?
I don't know. Pardon me. It was just too concrete of an ending.
Why?
I like the way the movie approached the ending a little bit better, where it's not necessarily just open-ended, it's just kind of keeps going. Because with the movie ends with Elio having just spoken to Oliver on the phone, and Oliver tells him he's been engaged, and that breaks his heart, and he just goes and lays in front of the fireplace while everybody's setting up for Hanukkah. But as he's just staring into the fire, everything keeps going on behind him. The world keeps going.
Yeah. I do like that ending better.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. You know what we didn't touch on? The bathing suits.
Oh, yeah.
That also bothered me.
Where they just, like, swap bathing suits.
They didn't swap bathing suits.
They did.
No, this is what happened. So Oliver had two different bathing suits. One was red and one was yellow, right?
But also at one point they do swap bathing suits.
Okay, whatever. This was before they both came out and said, hey, I like you. And so Elio obviously had feelings for Oliver, and they had a pool in the backyard, and whenever he wore the red swim trunks,
Right.
it meant something compared to the yellow ones. I don't remember what it meant.
That I don't remember. I'm just thinking color theory for red. Because red's like dangerous color. It's forbidden. It's blood.
Lusty.
It's lust.
Yeah. Okay, could be. I really felt like it.
And yellow is usually just like cowardice.
Yeah.
I will let you know when I reread the book.
Okay, good. So, but yeah, that was like way too easy for symbolism. It was like, wow, okay, really, author, whoever you are, that's just trying too hard for me. But
Andre Aciman.
Sure.
He shows up in the movie.
Of course he does, because he just loves the story so much that he has to be a part of it. Ugh. God, if that isn't narcissistic. Anyway. So, yes.
Wow.
So with the swim trunks, Elio at one point puts on Oliver's swim trunks, like when Oliver's out or whatever, and he lays in Oliver's bed and gets himself off.
You can say masturbates.
He gets himself off.
He wanks.
Ew.
Flogs the dolphin.
He jerks it.
Spanks
Anyway.
the monkey.
I hate that one.
Devils his dog.
That's funny. Have you ever had devil dogs? The snack?
I don't eat cake.
What?
I don't eat cake.
That's right, you don't. I used to eat them all the time. They were really good. Anyway, not the point of what we're talking about. He masturbates in Oliver's swim trunks in his bed, which Oliver had stayed in Elio's room. So really, it was Elio's bed.
Right. So he's basically just inside Oliver.
Yeah, that irritated me. That was like a whole thing where it was like, oh, I'm inside you. No, you're not. You're wearing a pair of his trunks. Which, by the way, did you wash them after you came in them? Because I don't remember.
Probably not.
Right, okay, so there you go.
He let that saltiness sink in.
And that's extremely unsanitary. Like, clean yourself up. Clean things. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because that's how things get gross and crusty. Anyway, I will say, though, that the idea of being in the same bed as your crush, not at the same time, but just like the fact that, oh my god, like the person who I really like was just laying in his bed, let me lay where they were.
Right, because, hanging outside their window while they're sleeping is tiring.
They did do that, didn't they?
No.
I thought they did. I thought he did.
Hanging outside his window?
Yeah, on the balcony.
Yeah, he joins him on the balcony. He
Whatever.
watches him on the balcony.
He does.
And then he joins him on the balcony, but he's not, like, hanging outside his window like a deranged spider monkey.
Okay, well, the whole bed thing, I think, is very realistic and very sweet. Like, you look at your crush's bed and it's just like, oh my god, like, that's where they sleep. You know what I mean? Like, that's something vulnerable and intimate, I guess. So, like, that part I didn't mind.
Weird. That's weird to me.
That's weird? How is that weird?
Because, like, why are you just staring at their bed?
Well, no, I mean, you're not just staring at it, but, like, if you're in the room or if you're, like, laying down or something, I don't know. I just think, like, in a bedroom, obviously the bed is, like, the place that the person spends the most time.
Mm.
So...
That's true, I guess.
Most people who sleep and who don't have couches in their room will sit on their bed. But yeah, so, negative...
Zero. I like 0 point no.
0.0. I'm not even going to give it any positive anything. It's going to be a -1 out of 10 for me. Both the movie and the book. What?
Can't give it a negative.
Why?
Yeah.
We instated that rule when I did my Calvin and Hobbes movie.
Yeah.
Fine, 0. Fucking 0.
Fine.
Okay.
0 out of 10. 0 out of a fucking 100 because it was just that fucking stupid. I'm very passionate about over how much I hate this goddamn book and movie.
The book a 7 out of 10.
Wow. How about the movie?
The movie, I'm gonna give an 8 because like I said, I like this. I like the ending better. I like the soundtrack. Love the soundtrack. And I like how they handled a lot of the cinematography too, because it's not. What do you mean, bullshit artist?
Just bullshit artist.
Just shut up and eat your fucking cookie.
Okay.
Because the cinematography isn't outlandish. It captures Italy beautifully. it gets everything. It gets the conversational aspects in frame beautifully.
Ha. I hate everything about it. Everything.
You are just a miserable person.
I am. I'm not denying it. I can't deal with, like...
The fucking table's turned.
I just can't. I'm sorry. It was just too gross of a book for me.
It's not gross.
It's a little gross.
It's not gross.
I can't deal with scat, man. No.
Yeah, that's technically scat.
Wow.
I have to deal with that.
Um,
The movie's great. I enjoyed the movie a great deal.
so if you agree with Casey on most things in Coffee at the Matinee, or We Speak English, then I would follow his advice on that. But if you're a normal human being, follow me, because
I
it was
also
awful.
don't claim to be human, so
Fine, a bag of meat.
I'm definitely not a bag of meat.
You say that about people all the time.
Right, because you all are bags of
What
meat.
about you?
I'm not a bag of meat.
What are you?
A sentient lizard man.
Yeah, most likely that.
Okay, fine. If you agree with Casey, go watch it. If you agree with me, don't. Like, just save yourself. Yeah, so
And poop with your lovers.
don't. And help your lover poop. Because
Poop with your
apparently
lovers.
that's
That's a thing.
intimacy.
It's a sexy thing.
No, it's not, in my eyes. I'm sorry. Look, if you're into that, go for it, man. I'm not.
But it's okay to be. It's okay to be.
Alright, Dave's giving us a signal that we gotta go, so, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, or Apple Music, or what the fuck ever, YouTube. Follow us on all the things.